It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today it's time to open up day number 11 of the Virgin Wines Christmas Beer Advent Calendar. First 10 days, been really good, really good. Although, well, yeah, I say really good. There's been one or two which, I mean, I don't think you're never meant to like every single style out there, are you? I mean, one of the beers was really good. I got it here, empty can. California IPA from Sierra Nevada. Very, very, very happy with that one. And then the next one, day 11, day 10 even, was a triple fruited mango by Vault City. And I wasn't a fan of that at all. But other beers, great lagers, great porters, great stouts, great IPAs. Yeah, the calendar's been really interesting. We started off with a sour beer from Estonia. So door number 11 then, let's, there it is. Ooh, this is called Malt Coast Pale Ale. 4.2% ABV. That's interesting. Brewed and canned at Malt Coast Brewery, Branthall Farm, Wells Next the Sea, Norfolk. Doesn't that look nice? Oof, lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. 330 milliliter can, 4.2% ABV. Selection of glasses here. I'm going to use this one here for a pale ale. So, without further ado, let's get this beer out into a glass and see what we get. Ooh. A nice full can of beer for me. You know it's a nice full can when it kind of wets the palm of your hand. There we go. 1 to 2 finger. I'm going to say more of a 1 finger white ivory coloured head on this beer. Good levels of slow moving carbonation. It's a amber, hazy straw amber coloured beer. Probably amber would be the better word for this to describe it. It looks pretty good. Not much in the way of sediment in the bottom of the glass. Let's get the aroma then. It smells pretty good actually. It's a combination of good quality malts. And a zesty lemon, lime, orange peel. It smells pretty good. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Ooh. Ooh. That's ooh. That's really interesting. Whoa. That's like it's like a weird sour, bitter flavour on the beer. I'm not sure the beer should taste like this. That lime in the aroma I was picking up, it's really, this is the most kind of like, it's not a very nice bitterness, to be honest with you. It's not a very nice bitterness, but it's still holding. It's still like got a complete grip on my palate. It's like this really, really kind of harsh, astringent, almost sour bitterness coming through on the beer. Quite I've had one taste. I'm going to go back in, of course. I was going to use the word difficult. It's quite a difficult beer to be honest with. It just won't go away. It's still there right now. I've probably been talking for the best part of a minute, and that kind of bitterness is still banging on your palate door there. Oh. I'm going to read the description, if there is one. The Malt Coast. Bracing seas, open skies and wild empty beaches, pine forest, salt steeped air and shimmering fields. Two brothers brewing a true expression of life on the coast. Branthill Farm. Barley is the heart and soul of the beer. We harvest the fabled Maris Otter variety from our award-winning farm on the Norfolk coast. Totally traceability from grain to glass. Coast conditions: sandy loam over chalk soil. Low rainfall and spring sea mists create the unique conditions for growing our prized barley. It's so good we export the malt to California. I don't know then, maybe, there we are. Our clean, crisp Maris Otter malt combined with shore-facing pine and refreshing citrus hop flavours. Truly a beer for the best of times. So they're talking about pine needle and citrus hop flavours. Perhaps it's just the malt, the sea salt malt, or whatever the kind of sea mist malt. Oh, it's quite salty. Because I'm thinking, there's a little bit of sourness in there as well. The bitterness is quite raw. The bitterness is quite kind of like pine, lemon, lime rawness. It's quite astringent. But yeah, there's some salt in there too, which is quite interesting. I think to finish up the review, would I want another one? That's always the question when I open a beer and review a beer and drink a beer. Could I honestly say, I'd have another one straight after? The answer on this occasion is probably no. It's quite funky. It's quite it's a really different beer, but I think the bitterness is a bit too high. It's a bit too kind of like, I love bitterness in beer, but this was like the most full-on 4.2% bitter beer I probably ever reviewed on the channel. Couple that with that kind of sea salt malt. It's a really interesting, weird beer. I'm going to give it, in all fairness, because it's doing what it says it's going to do. There's no off flavours, there's no diacetyl, there's no kind of like rotten cabbages going on here in the beer. It's doing what it's supposed to do. So I'm going to say 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Really interesting brew. I suppose if you get used to drinking beer from this brewery, you probably love it. It's one of those things, probably just have to get used to. Thanks for watching. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.